Hello, I'm Nolan Warner here with head men's basketball coach Max Ruark. We're going to talk about case reclassification. So what do you think about the 4A reclassification?
I think it's an interesting thing. It's been a long time coming. The state's been talking about doing something here for the last few years. It's definitely a step in the right direction. I think there are some other things they could do to maybe create a little more equality across the state. But for the old classification system was an old system that needed some tweaks to it, and like I said, I think that they've tried to address some of those things, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, how do you think it affects your team positively?
I think in a positive way, what it does is eliminates some of the schools from the top of the class that were, almost double in size some of the others, and we still have, anytime you have a classification system, it's not going to be perfect. But as far as our team goes personally, a lot of the traditional powers that were 5A for many years and had dropped down and played in the 4A level here for the last few, those teams are now back up into the 5A level. And so, there's still some other schools there that, are traditional powerhouses. But, it does, like I said, it eliminates some of those, schools that are maybe a little larger and, outclass some of those other ones in the smaller parts of the state. The other thing that it does is it changes the way sub-state is run, and so they put you into some different assignments where they're kind of matching you up in different ways. They're seating different sides of the state, I believe, instead of just seating into different sub-states. To be honest with you, I'm still not 100% sure how it all works. We're still trying to figure some of that out, but I think that they're trying to do that in a little different way so they can split up some of those loaded sub-states that they've had in the past, where you have 2 or 3 teams that are state worthy, but that find themselves in the same sub-state, and so this by trying to split it up by records, maybe they try to eliminate some of that kind of stuff, and at least that's what they've told us, and we'll find out again, see how it works.
All right, one last question. Do you think there are any negative side effects to this to your team?
I'm sure that there are. There's some schools that were really competitive at the lower 4A level last year, and now there's just one 4A level. They eliminated that extra classification, and so you're going to get some good teams there that maybe you're contending with. It does change travel during sub-state. The highest ranked team will host, and it changes the schedule a little bit. I don't know if it's necessarily negative, but it will definitely be different, so it's an adjustment, something that anytime you're dealing with something that's a little bit new, it's a little bit different, but everybody's dealing with it, and so it's like I said, it'll be interesting. It does make a regular season record a little bit more important over the course of the year, because it could really change your seeding, and so that can be tough on us because we play a pretty tough schedule for a school our size and our part of the state. I'd say we play one of the tougher schedules in this part of the state, mainly because we host Ralph Miller, and we're going to see some really good competition and really good teams that come in during that time. And a lot of teams don't really challenge themselves quite as much at the midseason, I think, compared to what we experience. And so, it's going to sometimes affect your win-loss record when you go out there and schedule teams like that. But I think in the long run, it helps us to become a much better team. And, as long as we're playing our best basketball at the end of the year, I'm excited to see what the new classification system has in store for us.
Thank you, Coach, and looking forward to watching you this winter.